Any questions?
Cantor, is this bill work with the Paul Ryan budget that was released yesterday, or is it tinkering with the tax code, whereas the budget seems to do something with the entire tax structure? How do these two work together?
This bill is consistent with the provisions of our budget that is currently being marked up. As Dave Camp, the chairman of the Ways and Means, said, as well as Peter Roscom just indicated, we are laying out their vision for tax reform. But in the interim, while we try and grapple with the very difficult issues around comprehensive tax reform, we need to help our small businesses. And that's what this does, is consistent with our budget. And we hope that it will go forward in a bipartisan manner, just like the Jobs Act bill went through the House, because I don't think any of us can disagree that right now especially is the best time to help small businessmen and women.
Chairman Micah introduced, said today that there will be a 3-month extension of the transportation bill, that the long-range plan will not move forward. It's a bipartisan bill over in the Senate. How come it's not going to go to the floor in the House?
Well, obviously the bill in the Senate has a lot of amendments to it, and there are a lot of different elements. And given the fact that we are up against the deadline of expiration of the authorization next week, we feel it best not to allow for any disruption of funding, to go ahead and pass the 3-month extension, see if we can come together on a much longer-term bill to provide the certainty that so many in the industry want.
Majority Leader Reid has said he would not want to take up a short-term bill next week.
Well, again, I think that we're going to drive forward and hopefully be able to gain consensus on that matter, because I'm sure that Majority Leader Reid does not want to cause any disruption in the flow of transportation dollars to the states or into the federal programs.
On the tax bill, what's the price tag? Are there any offsets, and are there any industries or businesses that are exempted?
First, the score from joint tax is $45.9 billion for a year. This is a year bill. What we have said is we in our budget provide for trillions of dollars of mandatory savings to help resolve the budget deficit and the increasing debt in this country. We don't feel it's appropriate to burden small businesses, and that's why we're going forward with this bill. This bill is going forward because it is about small business tax cuts, and the savings in our budget are found in the areas of mandatory savings. We don't want to saddle small businesses. As far as your question about who and what this applies to, it applies to small businesses according to the definition of the SBA, and that's any business with 499 employees or less. And as far as excluding businesses which one may or may not approve of their legal activities, we don't make those distinctions when we're talking about corporate rates or individual rates. We're about small businesses here and about allowing them to keep more of the money they earn so they can plow it back into their business and create more jobs.
Leader, on the jobs bill?
Critics say that the biggest beneficiaries will be hedge funds and entertainment stars and people who are not like employing a lot of people. Do you have any?
There is a mechanism in the bill which makes sure that the benefit derived from the 20% exclusion is capped at 50% of the W-2 income that a small business pays. So there's not going to be potential for that kind of abuse. We're really about trying to help the small business owners who are out there working every day and have just seen a government that's gotten its way, and we're trying to provide them with some relief. Thank you very much. Thank you.